Good morning, everybody. Happy Black Friday. I am not out in the crazy crowds today, which is just fine with me. Somebody asked me if I was going shopping. I'm like, no, that's a capital N-O. I am actually working on my blog and some Twitter stuff this morning. And I just remembered Gilmore Girls came out at midnight last night, this morning, whatever. So I might have to spend some time on that guilty pleasure. A little break later, maybe. Because Gilmore Girls, come on. So I'm not quite as sparkly as last night. I was just acting all crazy, getting ready to go to family Thanksgiving dinner, and today I'm just spending time at home. So thought I'd join you for a moment. Thinking of what would happen, what would you attempt to do if you knew you could not fail? What would you do if you knew you could not fail? Well, let that sink in a little bit. It's really just a cognitive shift in your thinking in knowing you can't fail. Because really, the only reason we don't do things is limitations we put upon ourselves. The only reason. So you just have to change that shift. Your physical capacity isn't holding you back. Time doesn't hold you back. You just have to find a way to make that a reality. How would you have extra time if you had it? Would you use it effectively? I think you probably have a little extra time you don't even know about because you're not being efficient. And I am the same way. Trust me. Have your have your dreams taken the back burner for so long that you don't even remember what they are? Do you have a vision of what you want to do? And do you have a written out goal or plan how you're going to accomplish that vision? It is possible to get to that point, but you have to get control of your finances and time. It does take hard work and dedication. Excuse me. Just drank some coffee and I think I need some water to hydrate. I am well caffeinated today because of my friend Mike. I tried my Kona coffee. Thank you. So, hard work and dedication. Are we willing to do that? It takes commitment. It takes commitment. And it's so easy to get stuck on, ooh, that shiny new thing, and work on something for just a minute or 5 minutes or a day or a week, and then go on to the next thing. But commitment is when your initial motivation might fail, you still have commitment. You have to maintain that commitment. And that day in, day out commitment is what drives any change in your life. Any change in your life. You have to make that commitment become a habit to make it just be easier in life. And you can do that. I'm still reading the book, The Power of Habit. This is not from that book, but that's a great book in how to change your habits and maintain that commitment. But your success is both conscious and subconscious. That's where the habit comes into play, because if you create it as a habit, that is your subconscious mind continuing to do that, and you don't have to work so hard for it. There is a misconception, actually, that a habit only takes 21 days to create, and that is not, that. Like I said, it's a misconception. That was thought in the 1950s, which that's been a while back now, but that's where that originated. In the 1950s, Dr. Maltz, who was a plastic surgeon, created this thought process that a habit takes 21 days to create, and it was based on anecdotal evidence. And it was actually related to how long it took people to get used to their new nose, because he was a plastic surgeon. However, although this was appealing, because everyone wants things to happen really quickly, that's a short enough time for your motivation to still be driving you. And that's really not long enough to create that habit. A real habit is created, and this was found out in 2009. Your motivation is usurped by your habit, your subconscious mind. 2009, a health psychology researcher named Philippa Lally. 96 people, and I'm going to read this part so I don't get the facts wrong. 96 people were studied over a period of 12 weeks, each choosing their particular behavior changing habit. On average, it took over 2 months before a new behavior became automatic. A little over 2 months. Specifically, 66 days. If you miss a day, no problem. Just jump back on the wagon, but don't keep going down that path of, well, I messed up. I really can't get back to doing that. That's an all or nothing mentality, and I've been stuck in that myself before. And it is, don't stay there. Get back on the wagon, because that 66 days is important. But you have to start with the first day to accomplish the 66 days. So, making a change. Are you ready to make a change? Because it's not for the faint of heart. Sometimes it takes blood, sweat, and tears. It takes hard decisions sometimes. But it is worth it. Totally worth it, because you are working toward your goals and ultimately your dreams, your purpose in life. Or you can just give them up. It's up to you. But if you start making those changes daily, start tomorrow, and your 66 days will start tomorrow. It won't be before the end of the year. It'll be after, probably about the end of January. But you can start at any time. And through that process, celebrate the smallest of victories. The platform I'm working with now, they celebrate your first lead, your first sale, anything that helps propel you toward your vision and goal. They don't have to be huge landmarks, but celebrate all your victories. Each one of these will create that formation of habit. And then you'll notice after a while it's not work, it's just happening. So are you ready? You'll wonder what your life was like without it, without that habit. I'm going to close with a quote that I have on my email address, actually, by Peter Drucker. The best way to predict your future is to create it. Boom. Great. I love that. So, whether you are staying at home today and out of the crowds, or if you're out there elbow to elbow shopping on Black Friday, think of those small changes you can start making to create a new habit over the next 66 days. 66 days, that's not that long. But you have to have commitment to do that. If this video resonated with you at all, like, comment, share. This is Chondra Rankin coming out of the Heartland with Coffee with Chondra. I don't know if I introduced myself at the beginning, but I am now. So, like, comment, share. I appreciate all of you. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.